Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink, let's take you back just around about 24 hours ago. What was your reaction when you heard the news that Tuchel had been sacked?
I was quite surprised. Did not really see that coming. Yeah, they didn't have the right result against Zagreb in the Champions League. But then still, if you look at his past, very difficult last year, where I thought he did absolutely magnificent with all the difficulties with Abramovich going and all the stress on the team. And I thought he came out really positive out of that. This year, yeah, they haven't started really that great, but then when they played against Spurs at the Bridge, they were absolutely magnificent. They couldn't get the win, but still you could see that it was there to come. So I don't know. I don't know what the decisions, why the decisions from the owners. It must be maybe because he is still from Abramovich's era. And that is a decision. That is a decision that they will have to, take and look at and going forward. Maybe for them it was the right time. I'm a bit surprised. I like Tuchel, but then they are talking about Potter, and I must say I like Potter as well for what he has done at Brighton and what kind of football he's playing. Very, very attractive, very level-headed, never goes high or low. You can see that he's a proper football man. And look, it's a next chapter for Chelsea, and I think with Potter is a good step forward.
Very different club though, isn't it, Michael? And you are dealing with very, very different players. How can you see him working in an environment like Chelsea? It's very different from the Ostersunds and the Swanseas that we've seen him come through.
Well, it's a big challenge for him. That's one thing for sure. I mean, I was surprised it happened yesterday. I really was surprised that Thomas Tuchel got sacked with transfer window shut in just a week. A week as today. You go, you bring in players in. He's done all the work there, and then sacked. So if it is Graham Potter, which it looks like it's going to be, he's going to have to deal with that. But the job is done. He deserves the opportunity, and good luck to him. It's hard. It's as a manager, as a player, he's worked his way up the ranks. As clear and simple as that. And he's a manager that people have been talking about for a long time. And when this opportunity comes, it's hard to turn down. But it's a big challenge. You can't turn it down. Of course you can't. Jimmy. No chance, because as players, if you're starting lower down, you work your way up. We get the opportunity to work with a team that's in top four in England, Champions League, as well as he's done at Brighton, a fantastic football club. This has given him the opportunity. So good luck.
Ambitious man, isn't he?
Every player is ambitious.
Yeah, but I think if you're a manager in the Premier League, you have to be ambitious. He's worked himself to this position to be Brighton manager, as what you said, brilliant club, done everything right. I think the football that they are playing is very attractive. Yes, he's going to have now bigger names in players, but your beliefs as a manager don't change. It's still you, and he will have to handle that. It's if he wants to go and manage at the highest level, you will have to find a common ground with those stars, and I don't think that is a problem. I really don't think that is a problem.
And that's what he prides himself on, the culture he's built, the team, getting everybody to buy into what he's trying to do. And do you feel that maybe is the direction that Chelsea need to go in now under their new ownership?
Well, if you look at the LA Dodgers franchise, their last coach has been there for 8 years. So if you look at that, then that tells you enough what kind of people they are.
That's very
so
interesting.
that must give Graham some kind of reassurance that, they will give me time, and he will need time to implement his way. Let's not forget, Tuchel, really good coach, really won a lot with Chelsea, but Graham is a different man, and he wants to do things his way. And as a manager, you need that time, and I just hope that Chelsea will give him that time, and stick with him.
Yeah, it's a different approach from Chelsea. I mean, you were just nodding when I talked about the players and how he's amalgamated players and the whole scouting network of who he's brought in. I mean, there's a whole team behind that team, and we still don't know about the backroom staff and who will go and who won't, but he probably needs that as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, you look at Tony Bloom, Dan Ashworth obviously left Brighton, Paul Barber, who I worked with at Spurs. The club is running the right way at Brighton without a shadow of a doubt, and Graham Potter's been given that opportunity to go out and play. He improves players. You look what he's doing with Brighton. Yeah. These weren't superstars when he took over. They are now. They're flying in the Premier League. They've done it for years, and now he's getting the recognition that he deserves and the opportunity. It's going to be a different challenge at Chelsea. It really, really is. He's working with superstars, whereas he's helped make them at Brighton. But look, he deserves this opportunity. He does.
If you're Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and we know that he had a, I think, 59-minute reunion with Thomas Tuchel. As a player, what are you thinking when you're hearing that Graham Potter is the manager? And I want to ask you about the other names in Mauricio Pochettino is linked in a moment.
Well, the Aubameyang situation, when he came in, I said the relationship that him and Thomas Tuchel had, that, in my opinion, is why the deal happened. For no other reason. Aubameyang left Chelsea, Arsenal in the way he did. Would he have come back? No, he wouldn't, in my opinion. They needed a number 9, but Graham's going to have to get the best out of him, deal with him on and off the field. But Graham's worked with players. Graham Potter is a manager. He's a younger generation manager.
Yeah, but Graham is not crazy. I think he will love Aubameyang. I think he will try to make it work the way he wants to work. Aubameyang can score goals. He can win matches. Yeah, so that's what managers want. So I don't think that there's going to be a problem there. For Aubameyang itself, he needs to produce.
Yeah. It's not just about Aubameyang, exactly. It's about the other stars. I don't want to feel like we're picking on him. There's lots of big egos in that dressing room, Jimmy.
There is, but big egos want to win matches, so I don't think that is a problem. It is a way forward that Graham will put forward to them, and he's going to stick with his beliefs, and he rightly so have to do that. And I think he will be a success if he is given time. If they show that he is the man and he is the boss and he can do it his way, the players will follow. He just needs to get the backing from the hierarchy.
He's got an unbelievable squad of players. Let's not kid ourselves. He's
just spent 260 million last week.
Wesley Fofana coming in, I think, great signing, young centre-half. I know as a centre-half, he's only going to get better with time, and Graham Potter's only going to improve him, along with the other players. They've got a fantastic squad. As a group of players, they haven't performed in the away games, and ultimately, manager gets sacked. So Thomas Tuchel's took the brunt, but the players have to roll up the sleeves and get back to where they can play. They're a top team.
And I spoke to Jodie Morris a few minutes ago. Being a Chelsea player, we talked about Potter being in, and I said, Mauricio Pochettino was one of the other early favourites for the job, and he said, well, as a Chelsea fan, I'm not sure I would have wanted to see him seen there. But are you surprised that Chelsea didn't go down that route? Somebody who's a little bit more tried and tested in the very biggest clubs in the world? Well,
big name. A lot of experience, especially in the Premier League, has worked with big players at PSG. I understand that his name is being linked there. For Chelsea fans, obviously, he's got the background at Spurs. I don't think that it is going to be that easy, and it was vice versa with Mourinho going to Spurs, the other side, and fans are different. Fans are different, are they?
And you have to be successful. Whoever they go for, you have to be successful. Antonio Conte won the Premier League with Chelsea, and now you see what he's doing at Spurs. If you win football matches, one as player, one as a manager, the fans don't care. I mean, look, Mauricio gives Spurs an opportunity. Took them to the Champions League final in 2018, built the club, built the team, and made them superstars. So I think, look, whoever it is, I can see why Mauricio Pochettino was linked, of course, with a job he did at Spurs and then at PSG, working with big players. But it does look like it's going to be Graham Potter.